Today, we're going to dive into one single profound idea that might just change how you see, well, pretty much everything. It comes from a spiritual text called A Course in Miracles, and it basically suggests that the world isn't something that just happens to you, but something that actually comes from you. So let me ask you something right off the bat. Do you feel like your life, the world, is something that's happening to you? Just a series of events and people that you're constantly having to react to? Or is it possible that everything you experience, the good, the bad, the frustrating, is actually flowing from you? That little distinction, it's the whole ballgame. Yeah, that second option, the idea that the world comes from you, that's a pretty radical thought, isn't it? It completely flips the script on the common sense view that we're just passive observers walking through life. It suggests our perception isn't just taking things in, it's an incredibly powerful act of creation. And this whole idea really crystallizes in Lesson 325 from the Course, which says, "All things I think I see reflect ideas." It's such a simple sentence, but wow, the implications are huge, absolutely life-changing. So what does that actually mean in plain English? It means that the world you see on the outside, your difficult boss, your loving partner, the chaos you see on the news, it isn't separate from what's going on inside your head. It's a mirror, a direct reflection of the ideas, the beliefs, and the judgments that you're holding on to. Okay, here's a really cool way to picture it. Imagine your mind is like a movie projector, and the film that's running through it, that's all of your thoughts, your beliefs, your fears, your hopes. The world you see out there is simply the screen. So what's playing out in your life is literally determined by the film you've got loaded in the projector. All right, this is a fascinating concept for sure, but you might be thinking, so what? Is this just some philosophical game? Why does this idea really matter in the real world? What's the practical value of looking at your life this way? Well, here's why it matters. It's everything. This is the shift that takes you from feeling like a victim of your circumstances to becoming the author of your experience. See, if the world is just a reflection of your thoughts, it means you hold all the power. To change your life, you don't go trying to fight the reflection in the mirror. You change the thought that's creating it in the first place. This is the key. And this really breaks down the two fundamental films we can choose from. On one side, you've got the ego's interpretation. It sees a world full of problems, it's always looking for someone to blame, and it's running on fear. It's a life of constant reaction. But then, on the other side, you have what the Course calls divine insight. This view doesn't see problems. It only sees opportunities to learn. It doesn't see threats. It sees chances for love and understanding. It doesn't react. It responds from a place of deep inner peace. And that journey, from the left side of the screen to the right side, that's the whole game. That's the difference between a life of stressful, constant reaction and the life of profound, unshakable inner peace, no matter what seems to be happening on the outside. Now, this all sounds great in theory, but the biggest question is always, how do we actually do it? How do we consciously choose a new film for our projector when the old one has been running on repeat for our entire lives? Let's get practical and look at a few tools. So, here are 3 really powerful tools. First up, daily reflection. At the end of the day, think back to a moment when you felt upset or angry. Don't just focus on what happened. Ask yourself, what was the thought behind that feeling? Second, reframe. When something bad happens, consciously ask yourself, what is this situation here to teach me? Actively look for the lesson. And third, mindfulness. This is just about practicing watching your thoughts go by without getting swept away by them. See them like clouds in the sky, remembering that you're the sky, not the clouds. If those 3 feel like a bit much to start with, let's boil it down to one single, super powerful exercise. This is something you can start doing the second this is over. It's a simple affirmation designed to start rewiring your brain's default settings. I choose to see the world through the lens of love and understanding. Now, the most important word in that whole sentence is choose. This isn't about pretending that challenges don't exist. It's an active, powerful declaration that you are in control of your own perception. You are choosing the lens. And when you repeat this, especially in those moments when you feel frustrated or judgmental, you are consciously hitting pause on that old movie and loading a brand new one into your projector. You're literally training your mind to look for connection instead of conflict, and that will fundamentally change the world you experience. So, as we wrap this up, the real work, it starts now with you. I want to leave you with a question to really sit with. In what specific area of your life, maybe it's your job, a relationship, your health, could changing your thoughts completely change your world? And let's take that one step deeper. What is one core belief you're holding on to right now that might be projecting a world of fear or limitation for you? What do you think would happen if you were just willing to question it? Remember, the world is a mirror. What will you choose to see reflected back at you?